So I am on my way to work right now, and I wanted to do a very fast response because a remark I get a lot on the Apostolic Pentecostal youth camp video is that what the children are doing in prayer is child abuse. And as somebody who has actually worked with children who are at risk and experience child abuse, I am angered and upset at that accusation. The reason being is when I was in my office, I would have children who were really abused and neglected. And these children were hurt, and these children were lost and confused, and they would cry, and I could do nothing about it. I could comfort, I could encourage, I could love them. Many times I was like a surrogate mother. There is a child whose mother was a drug addict, and right in front of his eyes, he saw his mother die. She was hit by a car. And this child on Mother's Day gave me a little globe that he made in class. So when people say that children who cry out to God is a form of child abuse, I am so offended because, and I shouldn't be offended, I feel a righteous indignation because they're so confused. Their eyes are so closed. They have no understanding of the healing power of God. So our children are facing immense stress, immense pressure. Some of the children who go to camps come from homes that are broken. Some of the kids are bus kids, so they're neglected. And when they're in an environment where the Spirit and the power of God is moving, and they feel the love and the hope of God, there's children, the reaction is a sense of release and a sense of peace and a sense of hope. And if you are a child and you are experiencing that, many times what happens is the tears of joy just start flowing. And in a way, it's almost uncontrollable because that sense and that peace is so strong. A lot of times you'll get girls, and this is very much with women, we have so much empathy. We cry for each other. And so it is a child, as these child is feeling this release. Many times the girls who know her, who know what she's gone through, is crying with her and feeling that with her and experiencing that with her. So I want you to understand, before you state that these children who are crying before the Lord and being moved by His Spirit, before you say that, have some understanding. If you've never worked with kids before, if you've never worked with abused children before, if you've never been a victim of abuse or experienced that, you have no idea what you're saying. If you've never experienced the liberty of God, the forgiveness of God, the hope of God, if you've never been driven to your knees in a moment of desperation and cried and wailed, you have no idea what you're saying. You could think it, but what you're thinking is not truth. What you're thinking is in ignorance and blindness. And unless you have the ability to reach down to a child and make that child's heart whole, you don't know what's going on. Say what you want. I really feel like your ignorance, I hope it's a place of ignorance that you're speaking. But what our children are facing is so beyond the grasp of so many adults. It's embarrassing. Be kind to these children. You don't know the burdens they're facing. And these burdens are lightened already. They're 8 and 9, 7, 10. Already these burdens are lightened by the hand of God moving in their life. Look into things before you say. Think about what you say and try to have understanding.